All right, we've been listening into Omar Al Gabra, Transport Minister there. Now let's take a dip in and listen into what Defense Minister Anita Anand has to say.
The Canadian forces are providing military assistance as part of the efforts to evacuate Canadians, eligible Canadians from Sudan. The members and resources of the Canadian Armed Forces have been sent to the region. They are currently planning evacuation operations. The forces have extremely good relationships in the region and are working in close collaboration with our allies and partners. They're actively coordinating their efforts with the efforts of other countries as well. The aim is to evacuate as many people as possible. The forces currently have 2 C-30 transport aircraft that are posted in the region, and they are ready to conduct evacuation flights. The forces are ready to start evacuation flights as soon as conditions on the ground permit. Global Affairs Canada is in contact with any people who have registered with the Canadians Abroad Registry. And Canadian Armed Forces will transport those people here who are seeking to leave.
Update on Sudan. The Canadian Armed Forces is providing military assistance for Canada's effort to evacuate Canadian eligible persons from Sudan. Canadian Armed Forces personnel and assets have been deployed to the region and are planning for evacuation operations in what remains a hostile and volatile security environment. The Canadian Armed Forces are extremely well connected in the region and are working closely with our allies and partners. They are actively coordinating with other nations in order to evacuate the greatest number of foreign nationals and eligible personnel as possible. So the Canadian Armed Forces currently have 2 C-130 Hercules aircraft positioned in the region, prepared to conduct evacuation flights of Canadian eligible persons and other personnel at the request of Global Affairs Canada. The Canadian Armed Forces are ready to begin conducting evacuation flights and will do so once conditions on the ground permit. Global Affairs Canada is in contact with those registered with the Registry of Canadians Abroad, and Canadian Armed Forces evacuation flights would transport individuals prepared to depart. Je pourrais répondre à vos questions maintenant.
I can take your questions now.
When will Canadian planes land in Sudan?
Canadian Armed Forces have 2 Hercules aircraft in the region now. And when conditions on the ground permit, they will then move Canadians out of the area.
Do you have a timeline of conditions you're going to?
There are conditions that we are monitoring very closely, one of which is the space at the airport. Another is to ensure that Canadians are able to get to the airport in a safe and secure manner.
But if our allies have been able to do that at this point, why haven't we?
That's why we're working so closely with our allies, because we have now over 150 Canadians who have been able to leave Sudan because of our close relationships with our allies, working together to ensure the evacuation of as many Canadians as possible, as safely and securely as possible. In addition, I would like to mention that we have en route approximately 200 Canadian Armed Forces members deployed to the region to assist with this line of effort.
When did those Hercules planes get in the region? Have they been waiting there for a while, or did they just arrive?
We are conscious to ensure that they are there and ready, and they've arrived recently.
So is that why we haven't, because we've seen a number of other countries have planes go in and back, even including some Canadians. Is that why we haven't done ours yet?
The conditions on the ground have to be right for Canadians to be evacuated via the Canadian aircraft, the CC-130s, that are on the ground in the region and ready to do so. And so as we ascertain those conditions and make sure they're right, we are also working with our allies to get Canadians on those planes. That's why you've seen 150 Canadians being able to leave Sudan already. Merci beaucoup.
Merci.